know this is a tool I can use to my advantage.
Yeah,
but it goes back to my other point. If you focus too much on winning clean, that's where things falter. And I think every player who has that life lead, if they drop something, don't worry about it, don't pick it up. Just go back so they don't try and fire back a V-trigger on you and make a comeback. Just let them hang themselves, doing something stupid, trying to catch up with you, and then you can do like a anti-air jab or something, or a air-to-air attack and finish the job. You got a very smooth strawberry smoothie G and a suspiciously dressed Chun-Li, AtomicRed, and DJ Pixels. Okie dokie. So we saw Dang's G. Look at Atomic. Tell me more about AtomicRed, please.
AtomicRed, I've only I haven't seen them in the first fives yet. I ran a little I guess I should say I participated in a little a beginner training lobby on Saturday with AtomicRed in it. But as far as AtomicRed as a player, I'm pretty new to him. I'm entirely new to Pixel too, so I'm going to be excited to see what these players' tendencies are and where they are in their process of learning the game.
It's just so interesting seeing AtomicRed's G after seeing Dangster's G as long as we did.
Yeah.
And it's also interesting seeing Pixel's Chun-Li being how long we saw the other Chun-Li earlier in the stream.
Oh, EX coming out. That's one thing that we don't see from Bacon. Or we'll see it, but in the wrong place at the wrong time. Bacon, take notes.
Good anti-air.
Good anti-air.
Okay, so AtomicRed has some fundamentals, and Pixel at least knows this is where Chun-Li should be doing these particular moves. And knows how Chun-Li is throwing these fireballs to kind of make G wary of how he's going to go in.
Wow, EX fireball.
Keep blocking. Oh, I didn't even block. I just did a stand medium kick, knowing Chun-Li was too far away to do anything else, and said, "You're not going to dash in, are you?" This big boot to the face to make sure you don't.
Okay.
Good stuff. Throwing in the fireballs that particular position. That's a good spot to throw from about third screen. About 3/4 screen away or more.
DJ's using a lot of jump-in medium kicks, but they keep whiffing because Atomic keeps crouching. I'd like to see some jump-heavy kicks that have that good jump-in hurt box.
That was smart. So Chun-Li, this Chun-Li at least knows where to use that particular V skill. It's not being used as a jump substitute, but more as a way saying, this is probably going to happen. I'll go over this fireball faster than a regular jump and make this big punish.
And that's how you have to use that V skill jump, right? It has a different jump arc from your normal jump, so you can threaten from different ranges that you couldn't normally, right?
AtomicRed wants to anti-air with V skill. Got the timing down, though.
Oh,
good. Man throw. Knew exactly Chun-Li
was going
to be at a place where she couldn't really respond to that. She pressed buttons, and that's what happened. Okay.
I can see standing heavy punch in the V trigger from Chun-Li.
Okay. Man throw, but Chun-Li wasn't really standing still long enough.
Standing heavy punch. Oh no!
Punish, unfortunately.
Yeah, it pushes you back so far.
This is smart. Look, this is all G has to do. Throw fireballs until G's in range this time. Didn't do anything though. That's smart.
Oh yeah.
Chun-Li was charging Kikosho full screen. That's not where you should be using it. And the fireball later, Red takes a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Kikosho is not a projectile. You got to use it up close. We saw Chun-Li land the jump in, but once she was on the ground, she opted for a standing medium kick, which is not how you combo that, and potentially lost the round because of that.
I do like what I see of AtomicRed though. Using crouch heavy punch as the anti-air is a fantastic call because that's a really good move.
Yeah, absolutely.
So clearly both these players have played these characters enough where they say, okay, this is the purpose of these moves, because we saw both characters use them in a proper way.
And
what Chun's going to be doing now is Chun's going to be slowly moving in so G can't really fight his way out. Take advantage of every knockdown she can. And then...
I'd like to see maybe G cancel that anti-air V skill into the presidentiality charge.
What he can also do is use back heavy punch into V skill and then presidentiality charge, because back heavy punch is a good priority as the anti-air as well.
Ooh, just a little bit further out.
Now stand up. So he wants an overhead. Just missed it.
No punish on the SBK.
Yeah, these are actually pretty pretty smart moves from AtomicRed in particular right now.
Yeah, we're seeing, and the random low is gonna take it. Yeah, you gotta watch out for that when playing against G. It will get you.
Especially when you're low on health.
Exactly.
Okie dokie. So, I'm trying to see what Chun-Li can do in this situation given the toolkits that Pixels has used with their character. This is pretty solid from both, actually. Find the exact spot to throw fireballs at, and then Chun-Li doing a good job defending her space, knowing G's thinking dash in, command thrower, dash in, fast button into stuff.
And again, we keep seeing DJ use medium kick, and it keeps whiffing. So I think he's gonna have to start using jumping heavy.
Using the V skill to blow up the cross-up, I like it.
Yeah, that's the
one thing about that V skill is kind of slow and easy to react to in that situation. He's got full potentiality as well. Let's see what he does to take advantage.
Punish on the heavy kick legs, and it is punishable.
All right, YOLO dash punch.
Man grab. Okay.
Watch yourself.
Oh.
I think Pixel realizes the particular buttons to press with that frame advantage.
Yeah.
A lot of times when they've tried challenging, G's just kind of stood pat.
And I think the other thing is, I think DJ, I think Pixel is a little bit unfamiliar with Chun-Li's jump-ins. We keep seeing Pixel land jump-ins, like these jump-in medium kicks, or he'll whiff it. But even when he lands it, he doesn't convert into a combo, right? You gotta go, your standing medium punch, link that into crouching medium kick, link that into heavy legs or whatever, right? We're seeing him go straight into like standing medium kick, which doesn't link because of how slow the startup on that move is. Are we getting?
I think we're gonna see Cody.
Oh, we might see a switch. Okay, gotcha. Sense. Psycho, I think you gotta move back to the lobby.
Got it, thank you. Someone sent me a text, I was looking at that real quick.
Let's do this.
Oh, sorry, I just saw someone send me a check and realized it was like the same person who missed me like a while ago. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Hey, Izanagi, good to see you again. It's been a while, like almost 2 years now she last texted me, so hey, good to see you. Didn't realize it was a friend of yours.
I'm president of the world, of the earth, and of the entire universe.
All right, going to Chun with the Notre Dame colors, I guess.
So not character change, which is interesting.
Just a color change. Sometimes you get your colors on the same way with Super Turbo. If I'm not playing my Heavy Kick Bison, it's just not going to work out for me. Let's see what Pixels does to close this gap. Maybe it's just the same way with me and Super Turbo Bison. Just the colors make the person. Get this Preshiko. AtomicRed better watch his feet. That seems to be where Pixels are getting a lot of their wins off of. The duck punch. Keep blocking. AtomicRed is saying, uh-oh, looks like DJ Pixels has found their footing. Trying to adjust a bit, because it's a big lively Pixels sitting on right now.
And one of the interesting things about this matchup in terms of footsies is, oh wow,
Punish. Oh, not the right one.
G's fireball, it doesn't go full screen, but it is pretty quick, and it'll travel quicker than Chun-Li's fireball a lot of the times. So Chun-Li's in kind of a tricky position against G's fireball in terms of her own fireball. Ooh.
So far, this color change has worked out in a big way. This color change has
Oh,
worked
right.
out in a huge way.
Take it. These games are running long. These players are playing pretty patient. They're sitting back and they're doing footsies, which is something we don't necessarily always see in these beginner matches, especially with certain characters.
This is okay. AtomicRed realizing that DJ Pixels has woken up. It's time to play a bit smarter and wait for Chun-Li to try and test him. Okay, so if I were AtomicRed, I would go back to, oh, that works too. I would take advantage of that big crouch heavy punch and just swat Chun-Li out of the air with whatever she tries to do. So this is a likely, you want to sit on this, and if you even hit like the back heavy punch, you might be able to cancel super in time.
Wow.
Ooh, boy, alright, lost Prince Frenzy outside, no worries. The toolkit, well, oh, good jumping. So it looks like Pixels has realized exactly where to want throw fireballs and get those big jump-ins as a result.
Yeah.
So it's time for AtomicRed to adjust what he's thinking. Maybe trick Pixels into thinking he's gonna throw a fireball and then come up with something like a big anti-air.
Yeah, and yet we still see DJ's got the Pixel's got the oh, okay, you can get EX legs after
You don't
that.
need damage there. I agree with that. She wants to save it just a bit longer. That's gonna work because now it's only 2-1 AtomicRed.
Chun-Li wins.
And yeah, we see. I think Pixel's using her jumping moves or using Chun-Li's jumping moves a little bit too early in the jump, right? Because a lot of times when you land your jump in, you want to land it as late as possible in the jump so that when you land, you'll have frame advantage so you can continue doing a combo. If you do your jumping move too high, you won't be able to combo after it. And again, we see DJ Pixel is landing these jump-ins, but not converting off of them in a meaningful way.
As long as right now AtomicRed has not done enough to really deter Pixel from doing that. I think Pixel's concerned about, am I in G's phase? The answer is yes, then I'll convert. I'll just maybe put a throw in there. So even if I don't convert all the way, it's enough where I still have position I want, which is right in G's face, where G can't really do anything to bother me. Because we're seeing how AtomicRed is struggling against this.
Reversal.
Finally.
Oh, Chun-Li's in the corner now. Oh,
Well,
no,
not anymore.
G's in the corner. Okay.
So we know that AtomicRed's going to be going ham with these heavy attacks and these wake-up attacks. That was pretty smart to use the B skill there, expecting Pixel to back off, which they did. Anti-air, stand, beam kick. Okay, this is... I would be very careful if I was Chun, because if I'm doing that and G is blocking, G's probably say, okay, time to super. So be careful. Big, crouching, heavy punch, swatting. Whatever Chun wanted to do, away. Okay. This is going to be fairly... I don't know who has the momentum right now, to be honest. With the last few sets, I've been able to tell who's probably got the momentum on their side, but for this, I don't know. They both been playing how much an even field, to be honest. The conversions for neither players are there right now outside of the GB combos. But the fact that it's so even is what makes this matchup so interesting. I see a lot of good things, the way they're using these tools to advance or retreat or defend themselves.
Ooh.
But the fact that they're not converting much is why it's kind of still even in that regard. Even though they use the tools right, they're not converting correctly.
Yeah.
I think fundamentally this is the way you should be going. All you gotta do now is learn combos, you're good to go. Look at this. AtomicRed knowing he can't just challenge the duck punch so easily. This is where I want to say, if you see characters do these big moves from that far away, if you're G, go for a whiff punish. I recommend the dash low.
Ooh, anti-air. Very good conditioning. Conditions Chun-Li to block because it hits her with the fireball, So Chun-Li's got like, oh, he's gonna throw another fireball. I'm gonna jump. AtomicRed with the patience, sitting there, waiting, and going, oh, no, I'm gonna anti-air you for the game.
This was 3-1, I believe. I believe this is 3-1 AtomicRed.
Yeah, it is.
Fundamentally, I don't have much to complain about. This is exactly what they should be doing. They are... What I also like is when they are low on health, they're not just throwing away the game. And on the other side, if someone drops a combo, they are not panicking, trying to put away the game.
Yeah,
Both AtomicRed and Pixels have done a good job realizing it's not time to go crazy.
yeah.
So
So I think,
fundamentally, there is not much to critique.
yeah.
Like, all I can say is, like, on a character basis, I want to see more conversions, but they might not be there yet, so I can understand that.
So I think a lot of this makes sense because I believe both of these players are familiar with other fighting games primarily, and this is their first foray into Street Fighter V. So all of this is making sense, right? They have a good grasp on fundamentals. They have a good grasp on footsies, right? They have a good grasp on staying calm when your life is low or when your opponent's life is low, and playing a more thoughtful, more drawn out game, right? And then the weaknesses come from lack of familiarity about the game itself, right? Dropped combos, unfamiliar anti-airs or unfamiliar jump-ins, right? Not knowing how to optimize usage of V trigger or usage of meter, right? So that all of this is making sense in the context, in the lens of who the players are. And I think that once the players get some more experience under their belt, we're going to stop. We're going to see less of these dropped combos.
I think that'll be unfortunate because then they'll be just the way they're playing. Once they have combos and they are more familiar with the toolkits of their characters, they're going to be pretty scary. Because the fact that they just got here, they already have like some of the basic rules down. That's very promising. And what I also like is notice when AtomicRed was having trouble with the fireball, he adjusted when he was going to throw it. Like the way he goes is he wants to be in a very specific spot. Throw his fireballs, and he's aware if he's not in that spot, he's not going to try it because he knows that's not what it's for.
Yeah.
So now he's trying to condition Pixels into jumping, but he mistimed the anti-air from looks of it, or didn't even expect that particular way to jump in. That was a good time to maybe try to go for back heavy punch in. That's a good anti-air. I think he still cancel back heavy punch into super actually.
Ooh.
Hopping over the fireball with the big arcing kick.
Okay.
I think he was expecting to hit the wall, and that's why I just converted. But it got look how pushback he gave too.
Yeah.
And that one comboed. But not much conversion. Gonna throw some big buttons out, trying to catch Chun doing something she shouldn't. Keep blocking. Oh, you got opened up, but not enough.
Sweep!
Heartbroken! That was your chance! All you had to do was just did the duck punch, that would have been it. But instead it's now 4-1 AtomicRed.
I think a lot of that comes from lack of awareness from Pixel. Pixel may have not known that Chun-Li's fully charged up Kikosho armor breaks. So yeah, again, we're seeing a lot of these issues come up again due to character unfamiliarity. Due to unfamiliarity.
Kyoken, echoing what I was saying, the foundation is there. The foundation is definitely there, and that is why it's a treat to watch this. Obviously, once they understand the good stuff, they're gonna be a real threat.
And that's kind of one of the nice things about fighting games is that when you play enough of one, it becomes. You have a certain level of competency in a lot of other fighting games, right? If you get good at Street Fighter V, it becomes that much easier to pick up games, you know, like Cross Tag, like Street Fighter Cross Tekken, like Tekken, like Power Rangers, or any of these other fighting games, right? So we're seeing that the opposite come true here, where people playing other fighting games have an easier time getting started with Street Fighter V because they have that functional knowledge.
Plus, you have a game with stuff like homing dash, and all these fireballs make a difference.
Yeah.
Anyway, good overhead. So I think both Pixels and AtomicRed are learning on the fly. Oh, this is what this is for. This is what this is for. and just going with AtomicRed's deal is saying I'm going to use my big limbs to keep Chun-Li out, and Chun-Li's saying I'm going to use my superior movement so I can get in on G. So if he does falter with those big limbs, I can keep the pressure. You see AtomicRed kind of Pixel mistimed when that force was going to end. Pixel was thinking punish, I guarantee you. But that lingers a long time. They play a lot Tekken. Well, that definitely helps. Tekken, more than other 3D fighters, is really good to have your fundamentals. So that's actually really smart if they're coming from Tekken. Because similar idea, knowing your spacing, watching the wall game, using the range and the particular properties of your buttons to confound opponents. It's just unfortunately grounded target combos aren't as prominent or hurt as much as doing Tekken. So it's more important this game to do combos in Tekken, where if you got like a counter hit string, it would hurt all the same. Launch more of a bonus in high level Tekken, so that makes a lot of sense.
Ooh, in the corner.
Yeah, strong ground game is very important. And if you come from Tekken, then they know, like, oh, you got pulled in. G was thinking a dash punch. I don't blame him.
On the presidentiality charge.
I don't think they realized not going to come. Oh, did you get a chip?
No.
Oh, it just barely missed. It was close, though. Chun-Li needs to be very careful.
Yeah.
All G has to do or that.
This matchup
is he's got the timing down that V-skill anti-air.
This matchup is so strange too because you know, normally Chun-Li is a very neutral oriented character, right? She has very good buttons, she has a fireball, right? She's kind of she kind of plays like a hybrid zoner, right? And G is typically known as a very offensive character, you know, he's got a command grab, the very damaging command grab, and he's got kind of pretty ambiguous 50-50s. But in the matchup itself, his fireball outranges her best poke in standing heavy punch half the time.